Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. We have 2 days today two trading days to look at, and I have reduced the amount of tickers that we're going through, but maybe we will go through it a bit more in depth. As always, follow me on Twitter. Highly appreciate it. I do most of my work there. So yeah, please follow me there, and as well on YouTube. Please follow me as well. Okay, let's look into it. We have roughly 12 charts more or less to look into. And we will start with the gold to silver ratio. As you remember, if you have been following my work, we bounced here, and I said that this could be a good place to get a bounce after this major drop right here, all the way down. As you can see, this ratio dropped. How much did it drop actually? 15% over a very short period of time. So a bounce here makes total sense. I also mentioned that we are coming into some resistance at the red resistance here at around 84. But I don't think this will be the top of this move. Two things. I think if you look at it from a purely candlestick-based view, we have three big candles here, very big candles last week, and now we have small red days here. So we have a big surge up, and the price just is within a small pullback. We are sitting here at the 200 DMA, and hopefully it cannot recover the 200 DMA, and this could be adding some more downward pressure. But overall, um, I think this will not be the top here. So how high can we go? I think the highest is up here at the started golden trend line. As you can see, coming down here, having connected all these internal lows here all the way up, and this would be one big major back test. That's the highest we can go, I think personally. So around 80, 89, whatever, in that range here. But let's follow it and see. And as you know, if we can also add just a quick resistance coming across here. So let's see how it goes. The most perfect scenario would be a touch right here. The double major resistance that we would get. If we get this in June, then I guess this is where I would say, okay, this would be the peak for this ratio or this move up here. So let's see. The dollar catching a very big bid after we broke out of this structure here. This structure we looked at for like a month or two, well, maybe a month, and it really had to get below this one here at around 101, 101. It couldn't close, and then we had the bulls stepping in upon the break, and especially upon this break here. This is the red trend line going back, as you can see. 7 years, these two highs here, and this is the red one. So right now we're actually in a bullish mode again for the Dixie. How high do I think we can go? Obviously, we are at resistance right now at this red. This started red here. We have the low here and these lows. So this is obviously a resistance. I don't think it will be the top. I think if I were to guess, you can see the 200 DMA coming down here. So obviously it's going to continue for some point for some time, and I think somewhere here is where we will see the high for the Dixie. Obviously, if we take out the blue up here, where we have these highs coming across here, here, and here, if we take that out, also the 200 DMA here, then that's very, very bullish for the Dixie. I don't think it will happen. I think the most likely scenario is we are in a downtrend now, ever since we peaked here. And I do think we will get some sort of move like this, which I also have posted on Twitter. That's my view until proven otherwise. Silver, let me show you something here. This bad boy here, is the upper wicks of the candles on the daily. We're sitting at that support right now. If I go to the line chart, you can see this one here is the daily closes. You can see it coming across right all the way down here. Look where we are. So to me right now, this bad boy or these two lines needs to hold big time. Otherwise, we will see, in the short term at least, a further move down, because then we have had a failed breakout of this major these major two lines here, which would cause a lot of shorting and a lot of selling for sure. So longs getting stopped out, right? Because this failed breakout right here. If that happens, how low can we go? Obviously, you have the support coming up here, where you could be a buyer at around 21 point something. So yeah, and again, as you know, if this one doesn't hold and we break down further, then that would mean absolutely destruction all over for silver. Oh, excuse me, I'm just messing around here. I think I can cover this one actually. Yeah, exactly. You can see it here. Right, we have the two highs here and this cluster over here. Let's keep that in. Just add that one. Nice. So we need to get going again here for silver. The 200 DMA is coming up. That's always a good thing. But this one right here at around 23.5. As you know, I have mentioned that we will pull back to 24 or all the way down to roughly 23.6. I think I said at the time, but I will think that this is okay. 23.5 is major level coming across. Not on the horizontal levels. That's you don't have much support and resistance there. But for these two bad boys, it needs to hold. Gold. Okay, gold. I will do the same. This one here is actually these highs here. And why do I have this? Because this, to me, is a big inverted head and shoulders. So this one up here is the neckline. Let's go to the line chart. You can see we have the daily closes again. Similar thing, right? We have it here, 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 and over here. So what does this mean? To me, at least, it means that gold should find some support here at around 1930, which I also have mentioned before that I think it will go down to roughly 1920, and the reason at that point was this coming across here, as you can see. So 1920, if you look at the levels, this is where we should find support. Hopefully these golden trend lines will hold. They're pretty big supports, so I think it will give a good try. Platinum looked insanely good at some point. Right now it's just struggling. We had this major breakout here all the way up, breaking all the major resistances coming for like three years plus, and came back in for this bullish flag here. And I saw the breakout. I said, yes, that's the time to go. Couldn't break out above the high here. And right now we're just rolling over. And may I say this? Oops, excuse me. May I say this to you guys? I think where we are right now, this one really needs to hold. The lows here at around 1040 is also the green support. Let me zoom out for you guys why I have the green support here. You can actually see how many interactions we have had for the past 3 years. All the way across, right? We have it all the way. So the 1040, 1050-ish is a very big level. And I don't want to see that one. I don't want to see a breakdown from that level, honestly. So let's see. GDX looked absolutely amazing at some point here. The big inverted head and shoulders with the blue neckline, as you can see here, the blue neckline broke out, retest, resumption, double top. So a failed breakout of the neckline, and right now we are below. Obviously not good. So yeah, what do I look for now? I look for a big retest of this broken golden trend line coming down here, and at that point we will see what happens. But this, I think, we'll have some more downside to come. We are right now at 32, more or less, and I think we will go down to around 30. But we do have a gap down here and a large lower wick, which is actually somewhat positive. But I can't see it stopping here, in the middle of nowhere. It doesn't make any sense to me. But yeah, oil. We broke this minor golden trend line coming down here, breakout, and now we're just retracing a bit. Maybe we get a retest, but if we can take out these highs here, let me show you. Let me show you with one simple line. Quite easy. There it is. Let's make it red as resistance. This is the one to look for right now. We need to break. Let me show you 73.80, let's say. Before we can have some more upside, because if we cannot break this one, I think we'll just roll over. I know it's the 1 hourly, so it doesn't really matter much, but I just wanted to show that we have had some sort of breakout here. This is April. What is it? This is a 1 month long trend line. So it's a big breakout on the shorter time frames. And we need to take out this high here. So let's save that one and keep looking. Okay. Nat gas, as mentioned, look at this one here. I said I think we will see a big move right now up to here. And why did I say that? Let's go to the 8-hourly. You can see we had the breakout from these highs here. They are still marked from the previous sessions that we did. We broke out, did some back testing back and forth. Let's go to the 1-hourly just to show the technicals, which I'm absolutely loving these technicals when they are just dead on. So the breakout, a lot of retesting. Actually, it's a bull flag, and then once we pop big time here. So to me right now, where we are going in nat gas is at least just below 3. This is the trend line coming across here all the way down. So this is where we will go in my view for the next could be for the next week, maybe even less. It should be fast. Once we get there, we will see what happens. But for now, we are going to 2.90 in my view. URA divided by uranium spot price for the entire 2023, we have been in this downward direction here, broken out, a small fake out to the downside, as you can see, broken out, retraced a lot further than I would like to see, but we have some buying here in this ratio at the golden trend line here coming across. So obviously this zone here needs to hold for, I don't want to explain that. You can clearly see that yourself if you're into some sort of a TA, right? And hopefully we'll get back up here again. And we need to hurry big time because the 200 DMA is just pushing down here all the way. So as you can see here, we need to hold. We are at the same level where the bull market started actually back in 2020. So let's see. URA, this is the big setup here, all the way down. Let's go down further to look. It's a bit more messy because these lines here are on the 1-hourly, but we broke out above this one here and the purple zone all the way up to the major golden trend line here. And now we're just doing some retesting. Let me show you the 1-hourly very quickly. The retest in a bull flag went sideways a bit longer than I thought we would, and now we just had two big green or 1-hourly candles here. So I think we will have some further upside on the short term nonetheless. But we need to take out this bad bar here right now at around 20, and obviously this high here. So for now it's still bearish, but we might have some short term upwards here in the next few trading days. And correct me if I'm wrong, I think there's a new uranium spot vehicle coming out that is going to buy or purchase uranium. I think it's tomorrow. Don't quote me on this one. But you can see it on Twitter if you follow the right people. I think it's tomorrow that this one will get released, or they are able to buy. And I think they have, what is it, $100 million to buy. So that's roughly 2 million pounds. So yeah, obviously we need to get above this one, this stuff right here before we are bullish. I want to show you this one here. Uranium divided by the CRB, overall commodities, coming down here, have a small breakout here, and we're just getting a green candle here at the internal golden trend line and the 200 DMA. So we need to curl back up again here if we want to have any further upside in this ratio. URA to NDX. This one here, I said was an inverted head and shoulders. We had the breakout. I said, yes, now we're going up here. Obviously, that was insanely wrong. It was just one big fake out, and now we're just rolling over big time. So nasdaq for now is set up to outperform the uranium miners. Sadly, but it is what it is. Where could we go now? I think we could go all the way down here for the support here at our So we have some more downside to come in this ratio. Also, the 200 DMA will start to curl down big time soon. So yeah, not the best. What is this? It's gold divided by or adjusted for inflation. As you can see, we actually broke out from this major bull flag here, all the way up here, right? You can see it. Oops, excuse me. Did some breakout retesting, but as you can see now, it's just a failed breakout. It's a failed cycle. So how low can we go in this ratio? Or where is the next stop to me? It's right here in this area. Hopefully this green support will hold. Otherwise, we'll go all the way down to retesting this golden trend line coming down here from these highs. So gold doesn't look that that good in the short term for sure. Okay, copper. Actually, a lot of people have asked me to include copper, so I just did a few a quick view on copper. I had a lot of other stuff on here before, but I deleted it to make it more visible for you guys. So as you know, oh, that wasn't what I intended to do. Like this, just for some reason this is gone. Okay. This is the downtrend, coming back from 2011 all the way down. This was the COVID low into a double bottom here with the 2016 bottom. And that's where we started to spike big time up here, breaking out of the golden trend line all the way up to almost these highs here, right? Maybe, a bit higher. Zooming in here a bit, as you can see, we made this formation here, failed breakout to the upside, and then we broke this golden trend line down here, did some retrace, and now we're actually in, a more bearish setup. I think if you look at it here, this is the weekly. Keep that in mind. We have the golden trend line coming from the lows here to here, here, and then now we are just coming up here. So I think combined with the 200 weekly moving average, which is coming up here, the touch here that we will get within the next week, 2, 3 maybe, depending, will be very telling for where we are going. Also for the overall economy. Because if we break down here in copper, that just means that the investors' views on the economy is just very grim, to say the least. However, if we can get a bounce here, it's a big support. So if we can get a bounce and start to curl up again here, obviously breaking this bad boy here, then we have some. I wouldn't say it is bullish, but we still have some work to do. So we need to break this red trend line coming down here if this happens. So I think around 3.65, 3.6 in that area, I think we will see an attempt to a bounce. And hopefully, if you are a copper bull, which I am, I'm overall bullish on commodities. I think we'll curl back up again and have a fight here, and then we will see at around 4, just below 4, anyways. So that's copper to me. So yeah, that's all I had for today. It took way longer than I expected, but I hope you liked it anyways. Give me a thumbs up. Comment down below if you have any wishes that we have to, or any charts that we need to look at in sectors, whatever, doesn't matter. I will reply to all of them, good or bad. So have an awesome weekend. I think I'll be on tomorrow to have a weekly wrap up, depending on the day. If it's a very dull day, I might not do it, but let's see. Have an awesome day, guys, and we will keep in touch on Twitter and here on YouTube as well. Bye.